What is going on, y'all? Site Perspectives GeoFucks. And in this video, I'm just reflecting. So, today, I took my mother to her second appointment for her second half dose of her MS infusion. And just thinking about the journey navigating the healthcare system on the behalf of my mother to make sure that she gets the treatment that she needs and deserves for her MS. So my mom was diagnosed with MS, multiple sclerosis, in 2013. And I've seen how it has progressed and, you know, how it has demobilized my mother. You know, I remember, you know, we saw the issues. She was on injections previously, but she stopped taking them. I don't know when she stopped taking them, but she stopped taking them. And then she really wasn't being seen by neurologists correctly. So years had passed and passed and passed, and you know, things have gotten progressed worse. So last year I started the journey in 2021 of getting her into proper care. And you know, there are a lot of great community based healthcare centers that are funded by 340B through the federal government and also through our tax dollars, and just different organizations. And like, if you have Medicaid, there's assistance. If you have Medicare, my mother has Medicare, there is assistance, and she's on Social Security disability, which that was a long fight. That was basically 2013 all the way into 2018, going back and forth with that. And it's ridiculous that you have to get a lawyer to basically get through, you know, pay to play. And that's classism, and that's wrong, and it shouldn't be like that. But anyways, so that whole journey, that was a 5-year journey. She got awarded that in 2018. So basically, wow. So basically, I've been, you know, I don't think about a lot of things because, I mean, it's almost like out of sight, out of mind, because it's like I push stuff back because in my mind, either way it go, I gotta, you know, I got things to do. I have to keep moving forward. I have to, you know, help my family, pay bills. I have responsibilities, so I can't just be sitting around, you know, in my head about shit. But then I realize how that's a negative, because it's like there's nothing wrong with you feeling your emotions and really being present in your emotions and like being there, you know. So time has passed, and I basically have been taking care of my mom and making sure that she gets the right health care that she needs. So I finally got her a primary care physician, and so that was April, and then her first appointment was May of 2021. And then from there, you know, she has a PCP, primary care physician, and your primary doctor. And she they started giving her some steroid injections here and there, and checking her vitals and getting all these tests done. And but it took a long time to get a referral to a neurologist, I will say. And which brings me to this, like, your primary care physician can only do so much, you know, because you go to a neurologist or a cardiologist or a gastroenterologist, you go to a medical doctor with a specialty. It's seen as a specialty care. So a lot of times when you, especially if you're going through federal programs, I've noticed, public programs, if you have an HMO, you have to get a referral, and referrals can take a long time, and it's really it's unfortunate because you're prolonging a person's treatment by doing all of that, because like it was May of 2021, didn't get the referral until November, December of 2021, and then didn't actually see the neurologist because it was supposed to be in February, but it got they had to cancel it and postpone it to April. So it was almost a year. You see what I'm saying? And like that's you're prolonging a person's healing and treatment when you do that, and then that's also potentially deadly, because like I said, I've been watching my mom's MS progress and progress. Like my mom used to be able to walk. It might have been a little slower paced walk, but she could walk, and we would go to the track and we would practice. Now she uses a walker, but and then, you know, if we have to go long distances or there's a lot going on, we use the wheelchair or a scooter. But I'm thankful that my mother is now getting treated. She's on Osiris. It's a it's an infusion. They run an IV, and she goes, the first 2 doses that she got were half doses, because they want to make sure that your body, you know, reacts well to it, responds well to the treatment. Then after that, every 6 months you get an infusion. That's how powerful Osiris is. Not to mention the referral, when she finally went to see the neurologist in April, at the end of April, the neurologist gave her a referral immediately to physical therapy and occupational therapy, which she was enrolled in from April all the way to the end of July. That was $19,000 for 4 hours per week, 2 hours twice a week. Physical and occupational therapy, occupational and physical therapy. $19,000 again. And then I pay all of her copays and you know, her deductibles, her medications, all of that. Like, one of her medications, I made a video before talking about this, was $144 for one of her medications. So it's just some things that I think about, but I'm very thankful at the end of the day, because I recognize that this is a privilege to have health insurance. It's a privilege in this country, and it's unfortunate because it's a basic human right in my eyes. Everybody deserves quality, affordable, accessible, inclusive, holistic, mental, physical. Your teeth, your eyes, your whole being deserves health care. But I don't take it for granted. You know, my mother is on the road to recovery, and, you know, MS is a serious autoimmune disease and multiple sclerosis. So you really want to be mindful of that when you think about people living with disabilities, when you think about people who have pre-existing conditions, health conditions, people who are immunocompromised, people with disabilities in general, whether it's physical or mental, what have you, and living in COVID, in a pandemic, with a pandemic, and a pandemic, and an endemic, and it's just really jacked up. Like, so my mother, my mom and grandmother have been quarantining for the past 2.5 years. And I take them out one at a time, Make sure everyone has hand sanitizer, their face mask on. If we're in the car, we have the windows down a little bit each to let the air flow through for ventilation. Just very mindful of where they go and what they do. And then because of that, I have a lot of responsibility. Like, I've always had a lot of responsibility looking back, but like, it's a lot, you know. But I recognize that it's a blessing and it's a privilege to be able to take care of your family, to be able to help your family, to be able to support somebody, you know, to be able to be a blessing to somebody else or helping to somebody else, right? But it's tiring. It's tiring as hell. It's stressful. And I feel like these are definitely how you know you're getting older, because your parents are getting older, your grandparents are getting older, people are dying, family members are dying, you're getting older, your body is feeling different. You know, things you used to eat and get away with, you can't do anymore. Like, I've been so bloated, man. All because I've been drinking beer again. And I didn't used to do beer as much. I used to at least do, like, you know, a little drinky drink, a little liquor. But now I'm like, and pop. Like, I can't. I'm getting a beer belly. It's like I'm bloated. But, and then it hurts, like, because I have IBS and other issues that I shouldn't be doing it. But like, it literally was hurting. Like, I felt like my stomach was going to explode. Like, it was very painful. And then I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna go walk around because this hurts. Anyways, so that's her journey. And I'm just thankful that she's being treated, she's being seen. And like I said, you really have to advocate for your loved ones, for people that you care about, for your community, for yourself in the healthcare system, because it's so easy for marginalized people to be dust under the rug, you know. And I didn't want my mother, who is a Black American, African American woman, cis woman, to be going through pain, suffering, ignored, you know, pushed aside, denied proper treatment. I didn't want that. So, you know, I went through the protocols, the chains, and, you know, you really do have to fight for people's health care, and fight for your people, you know what I mean? But yeah, information on MS is in the description box below, and other information about healthcare disparities among African American women, Black women, among Hispanic and Latinos, Native Americans, Indigenous, working class, working poor. All of that will be in the description box below. Healthcare is a human right, and people deserve a better quality of life.